Hi guys, it's Attorney Terri S. Herron, your divorce and family law attorney here in the state of Georgia, where we service Fulton counties and surrounding counties. Now listen, I needed to come on today to tell you the things that I am seeing when it comes to your spouse or the opposing party, in your case, manipulating you. And yes, we are family law attorneys, so we see this on a regular basis. We do this on a regular basis, so we see the bull, okay? We see the bull. But listen, we understand that you don't do this on a regular basis. You don't go through this on a regular basis, so you may not pick up on what we're picking up on, okay? All right. Think. All right, so number one, when I have someone come into my office and they say, listen, my spouse told me not to hire an attorney because their attorney is just going to do everything for us. No, they're not doing everything for us. They're doing everything for him or for her. Because listen, that attorney is only representing one of you guys, okay? That attorney may smile and be nice to you, but that attorney is only representing one person, and that is your spouse, okay? So as much as you think that, oh, these terms are so great that I'm looking at, if they're that great, trust me, you should be getting greater, okay? So you can't trust one attorney to actually take care of the both of you guys, okay? There are times where there's, the other spouse can't hire an attorney, but listen, as much as you can, get your own attorney to review these documents before you sign them. I cannot tell you how many times I've had people come in after they've actually signed documents, and it's like, what? Why did you sign this? And when you point out the obvious to them, it's like, it becomes obvious to them, but at the time that they signed it, it wasn't quite that obvious. Obviously, if you don't have a job, paying $4,000 in child support should not be something you sign off on, right? Obviously, if Georgia does not push you to pay for college, you shouldn't be putting that in writing. Now, I've said this in all of my videos. If you want to pay for college, you can pay for college. Just don't put that in writing. You don't know what's going to be going on later on in life where you can't afford to pay for college, but now there's an order because you decided to sign up to pay for college, and a judge would have never ordered that had you gone to court, okay? So it's things like that. We see things where, spouses are actually having someone have the final decision-making authority when it comes to education, and they don't even live in the same state where the children live. It doesn't make sense. And what you're doing is you're costing yourself more later on, because we have to come back and we have to clean up that mess. So stop being cheap and get your own attorney. At least get somebody to review these documents for you, okay? At least pay for that. All right, number two, threats from the other side. Oh, so you want to ask for child support? Well, I'll ask for custody. Well, dude, you hadn't seen these children in 5 years, So things like that, you have to think. But we get it. We see people, they don't do this on a regular basis, and they don't understand, and they're easily manipulated, okay? So listen, don't be that person. Oh, if you're going to come after my retirement, then I'm going to come after this. I'm going to ask for custody of the children, and the children don't even like you. So we have to think. We have to take our chances in court. We have to make sure that we're represented, because listen, when you're represented, we as attorneys do these things on a regular basis. We can tell you what the likelihood of you winning on this is. Listen, we can tell you, hey, that's not a good look for you. Hey, you may want to change this up. Hey, you may want to do this. But that's why it's so important to have that legal advice, okay? All right, number three. When you do have an attorney and the other side is spending attorney's fees and they're just running up their fees, and then all of a sudden they come to you and they say, listen, let's just go ahead and settle. And it's not even on terms that you even want to settle on or that you should even be settling on. And then they say, well, have your attorney drafted up. Have your attorney drafted up means I don't want my attorney to charge me. Have your attorney do it. And then you have your attorney do it, and then he doesn't even sign off on the paperwork. We have to think, okay? We really do have to think. Number four, and this is going to be a bonus because really these were three things that I wanted to give you. But number four, having you to fire your attorney. Oh, wow. I've seen this time and time again where you get so manipulated. Well, listen, even though we went to mediation, I got all this stuff, or even though we went to a temporary hearing and the judge gave me all this stuff that I asked for, the other side, they're wanting me to just settle, and we're going to work it. We're going to work it outside of court. We're going to work it out outside of court. Work it out outside of court. Listen, if you have an agreement, but it hasn't been signed by a judge, then that agreement is not enforceable. Do you hear me? That agreement is not enforceable. So when you don't have any, let's say, custody rights or visitation rights, and then you and the mother actually agree to put in writing what kind of parenting time you're going to do, and it's not signed off by a judge, then guess what? Good luck on enforcing that when she doesn't show up to the pickup and drop off location, and you go and get the police and you show them a notarized piece of paper. That's not going to work. That is not going to work, okay? So these are manipulation tactics that you should make sure that when you hear some of these things, red flag, red flag, red flag needs to go up, okay? All right, I'm Attorney Terri S. Herron, your divorce and family law attorney here in the state of Georgia. Share this video because somebody needs to hear this. Have a great day.